morning. We are on Vlogmas day 20. Let's go over the agenda for today. So I have my challenge that I have to complete. I've got to open the advents. I would like to get my presents wrapped, and I have a feeling that today's challenge will go perfectly with wrapping presents, so that'll be good. I'm trying to decide if I want to get coffee. I wanted to go home and take a nap, but I think that my time is best spent. Is it though? Because see, I'm tired. I got like 5 hours roughly of sleep last night, and I slept crappily the night before, and 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 the night before. I don't know how many nights before that was, but basically when my in-laws arrived, that's when my sleep schedule really like hit a wall. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Having guests of any kind at your house is rough. They left on the 1st, so in theory, I've had 20 days to correct my sleep schedule. Let me tell you why that's not true. I have a child. My job schedule is erratic. That's it. That's all I got. Also, I'm so tired. I just want to nap all the time. I'm trying to decide if napping or doing my challenge is better today. You know what? New plan. We're going to go home. We're going to open the advents. I'm going to get into bed. I'm going to go to sleep. When I wake up at noon, we'll get up, get a coffee, and we will start the challenge and wrap the presents all at the same time. My child has a chorus performance today after school, so I need to make sure that I pick him up by 4 and then bring him back to school by 5. And then I have to sit in the car until 6, I think. And then performance starts at 6, and then I take him home at 7 or something like that. Something like that. I gotta pick him up at 4. I know that I have to be in that parking lot for 3 hours. So potential stitching time in the parking lot today. Speaking of stitching, I did quite a bit of catching up yesterday. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but as soon as I finish like getting the floss, I'll basically be done. So I'm lacking on a few pages. So I did end up downloading that PDF and printing it off of the whole completed picture. I'm a little disappointed that I saw it, but you know what, in retrospect, it was good for me because, and I'll tell you why, bear with me here, because now that I have the whole picture, I'm able to highlight off on the completed picture where I have done. And I'm just gonna take a yellow highlighter, and from now on, as we're going through the days, and I finished all of the color that I got 2 days ago. I finished all of it on the paper. Really moving. Yeah, I finished all of it, and yeah, I finished it all. I'm still gonna leave the border for last because that's just, not that it's unnecessary. Like, I want the border, and I want the border color on my paper, or my, rude. I want the border color, and I want the border color on my page. I love it. But I feel it's more important for me to catch up on the actual main piece, because the border, probably a day's worth of work, right? Because it's fairly simple and straightforward. It's just outlined the words and the border, the side borders. That's all it is. And then there's like a little like extra few stitches in the corners, but that's it. It's like a straight line up, straight line over, straight line down, straight line back in, and then also on the inside. So it's essentially making 2 rectangles with extra stitches in the corners, and that's it. And honestly, it's not even all the way across, because where there's a Y, that part isn't stitched. So it's not a full rectangle, so I lied. So what are my plans then? What are the plans when I catch up with this? I'd like to catch up on the cryptids, because as we know, that is far behind. I'd also really love to finish Cat Eviction Notice and then save the last one for next year or something, or maybe do it after Christmas. I don't know. Obviously, the December dance and To All a Good Night, those are not getting done this year. I always assign myself way more work than I'm even close to capable of finishing. And that's a flaw within myself. And then when I don't finish it, I'm mean to myself and I'm hard on myself. Sorry, I was going over a bridge. But I recognize this time that I assigned myself way too much. I thought I was going to be able to keep up with the cryptids, do this mystery stitch along. Please don't pull out. Thank you so much. And also do like the little tiny ones. I think I could probably finish cat eviction notice if I really buckled down and like caught up on my mystery stitch along. I really feel like I could. I feel like I could finish cat eviction notice because I think it's only a tree and some holly in each corner, something like that. It's not that much stitching left to go. They're solid stitches, but what's left is not that much. So that might be a thing that I try and complete also. We're on day 20, so I have 5 days to do it. But I would rather complete cat eviction notice than the border. So that might be a strategic plan that I plan. I wanted to finish the Yeti for Christmas also. That's obviously also, well, I mean, if I catch up, you know. And I just did the Yeti because we got a break and then we got a 2-week break. So the witchy stitcher wasn't feeling well, so she was like, would you guys be okay if I just didn't release this one and we had an extra week? And I was like, heck yes, I'm behind anyway. And we got a 2-week break for Christmas and New Year's, so we're starting back in January. So I have all the way until the second Friday in January to catch up, I believe, or maybe it's the first Friday in January. I don't know, I'd have to look at it. Anyways, I'm gonna get my life together. We're gonna go open our advents, and then I'm gonna take me a nap, and then we'll wrap some presents. I'm excited to complete today's challenge. No sock advents today. We realized with everyone having like sniffles, nothing else. It's just sniffles. Our time was better spent doing something else this morning. So, aka blowing noses. Also, I think we're ahead a day anyway. I think we opened a day early. Well, it depends. Did you want a sock on Christmas or did you want your last sock to come on Christmas Eve? We're behind on the socks and they get jumbled up. Like every year, we look so forward to doing these sock advents. Well, we've done it 2 years now, but we talked about doing it, you know, in 2020 and 2020. Well, no, we did it in 2019. We did it in 2021, so we missed 2020. But we talked about doing it last year, but we just didn't. But yeah, we look so forward to it, and then by like day 3, we hate it because the cardboard is really just that. It's cardboard, right? So it's not really meant to have a ton of structure, so it's kind of difficult to keep from getting your socks mixed up, you know? Anyways, I am gonna go inside, meet you inside, we'll do our advents, and then we'll take a nap, okay? Okay. As we draw closer to Christmas, my house looks more and more like a war zone. Don't mind that jug over there. I realized just recently it's been sitting there since the beginning. That's our tree waterer because we're putting special stuff in the tree. So, okay, so today's day 20, therefore we have a pattern day from, it's been so long since I opened these in front of the tree, Yule Ball, Forbidden Fibers, day 20, here we go, let's take a peek. I already know what the whole thing looks like. I figured it was going to be this one. Oh, this isn't nearly as dark as I thought it was going to be. Oh, it's Winter Festival, that's why. It's not the one I thought it was going to be. Okay, so this is Winter Festival. So all that I have to stitch today is to catch up anyway. Snowflake, 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 lantern, the squirrel sweater, and some of Mr. Fox dude, but I'm leaving the Fox guy for the end because I'm very off on some of my stitches and I don't care. Respectfully, I don't. So I'm leaving it. So remember when I was talking about Rick Rack the other day? That's day 23. That's my bad, y'all. So day 21 is whatever this is. Here's day 23. And here's day 25. And then we've got just 2 pattern pieces left. I'm hoping day 24 will have 2 flosses in it because I don't want to go to the store. I'm just gonna feel in there. Just relax. It's okay, everyone. Just gonna feel. Just gonna feel to see if there's 2 flosses. There is only 1 floss in there. Okay, what about day 22? Maybe there's 2 flosses in day 22 because I know what the pattern says, and I know it calls for 310 each wall, so no. Okay, gotta put this color back in there without looking at it because that's all that's a surprise that's left for this thing. So maybe then where's the each wall? Is there each wall in here? Shit, do I have to go to a store? I can't lie, I'm a little disappointed in the fact that I can't find the A12. I might have to go to a freaking store. Okay, day 20 of the Stitchy Box. Stitchy Box, don't fail me now. Day 20 feels like something, like it might be like a card or something. It feels like flexible enough to bend it, but it's sturdy enough to where like if you hit somebody with it, it would probably hurt, you know? Field notes. Snowy evening. They did this last year for the Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween. They did that one for the Halloween Advent. Okay. I don't see how, okay, it's a snowflake. I see it. So we have a snowflake. So this is literally, it says field notes, 48-page memo book, and then it literally says pertinent coordinates. What will I do with this? I don't know. Admittedly, it's cooler than getting a sticker, but anyways, hopefully today, whatever day we are in for Innocent Bones, hopefully today we have a pattern. Pattern, please. May I please have a pattern? Day 9. A seam ripper. And 2 needle threaders. I'm getting upset, to be honest. So I know what this is. Remember, this is the thing I said opened already. Day 11 feels like it might be fabric. You know what? I'm kind of done. I'm gonna look at it. It's not fabric. Day 12. Looks like that might be a cross stitch kit. So I'm a little calmer now. Okay. I didn't look all the way. I just got tired of waiting. Got a little upset for a second. This is Christmas. Night before Christmas, the 23rd, 22nd. This. Did I start a day early? Hang on. Okay. Extra treat. Christmas. Christmas Eve. The 23rd. The 22nd. I started a day early. Oh well. I'm feeling annoyed. I'm feeling annoyed. I'm feeling annoyed. I'm feeling annoyed. Okay. Here's my haul for today. Another pretty floss color. This is the best part of the openings. Second best part. This was a time. It was a time. All right, I'm gonna take these pictures, post these pictures to Instagram, and get my butt in bed. Okay. All right, I'll see you after my nap.
Hi everyone, my name is Berlin, and I am known on YouTube by Diamond Painting by Berlin. I also have an Instagram account that is called DP and Pixels by Berlin. So I really like to diamond paint. That's what I do most of the time when I have some spare time. But I also like to pixel. Pixel is something that is a bit similar to diamond painting. And if you want to discover what it is, I have a video on YouTube that explains it, because it's difficult to explain it rather quickly. And I also have some pictures on my Instagram account. So if you want to know what that is, go check that out. What else do I like? I'm a teacher, so I love teaching. I teach English and Dutch to 12 and 13-year-olds. We're currently in our exam period, so it's a very busy period. And Abigail Marie asked me to also explain what else I do. I also like to watch a lot of sports on TV. I'm a big football fan, soccer for the American people. I also like to watch American football, athletics, swimming. I like it all. I like even darts. I'm watching darts at the moment. I really like it. But I also like reading a lot. I have a lot of books. That's maybe why I became a teacher, because I love reading. But I really love teaching. And my challenge for Abigail Marie is a bit related to me being a teacher, because she asked us to do something around mental health and give her a challenge that she would have to relax and just revitalize. Yeah. And so I want her to discover something new. What do I want you to do, Abigail Marie? I made a list of 10 songs. 8 of them are in Dutch. Dutch is my native language because I'm from Belgium. And I have 2 songs in French because I'm bilingual. I also speak French because we learned it in school from the age of 10 and up. So I also added 2 French songs. So I want you to listen to those 10 songs. I put them on a playlist, which isn't very visible. So I put links to YouTube. So I'm going to send that list to you. If anyone else wants that list, be sure to send it out. And if you're up to it, I want you to, in the next video or in this video, to just try and speak a few words in Dutch. Like introduce yourself. What I want my first year students to do in English, I want you to do that in Dutch. Like they have to introduce themselves. Hello, my name is, I'm blah 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 years old. My hobbies are blah blah blah. And I want you to do that in Dutch. But first I want you to get to know the language through some music. And then I want you to try and speak a few words Dutch. And that's going to be your challenge. So it's a bit relaxing, but also a bit, you have to work for it. So I hope you enjoy the challenge. I picked songs that I really like. So I hope you enjoy them too. And good luck.
So, my fiance came home early from work with food poisoning, so that took up the majority of my day. And then I spent a little bit of time wrapping and watching the Gilmore Girls. And unfortunately, I don't actually have footage of us listening to the music, because what happened is my child's chorus performance happened today. So we went to that, and then in the car on the way home, we ended up listening to the songs. And the consensus is that everybody likes Stromae best. So the playlist or the song list is actually linked in my description box, so you should be able to listen to them as well. I'll separate Stromae as I'll leave it in the song list, but I'll separate it so that you can hear it as well. I think that's probably our favorite. We really like that one. It has like a certain beat to it that makes it more familiar. Like, I feel like I've heard that song, but obviously I know I haven't. So thank you so much for that challenge. It was a really, really good challenge. I enjoyed it a lot. As far as me learning bits and pieces of another language, Stromae. That's my completion. So we just ordered some Panera bread because he has been so sick all day. Like, he came home, like, when I tell you, this man came home in, like, I saw the life leave him. He got up a couple times to throw up, but he sweated so much. We have to change our sheets. But he was having back pain. We think he got food poisoning because last night when I was working the double, he went with my child to Crazy Buffet. So while they were at Crazy Buffet, I guess he might have eaten tainted seafood, because he was able to process it pretty quickly, because he was able to go to work, or go to the performance and everything, and he felt 100% better. But like earlier, like, he was like, oh my gosh, my back. I'm like, he was like really in pain. And that's one of the symptoms for poisoning of a certain type of shellfish. During a certain, I guess they call it red tide. I'm not really sure. So we think he might have had tainted red tide seafood, shellfish, because it was bad. Like, one of the symptoms for that is like the lower back pain, and his back pain was horrible, dude. It was horrible. So what ended up happening is he's like, can you please rub my back? And like, I was touching his back, and like, he was so hot, it was physically uncomfortable for me to be in the room with him. I lay down for a nap around 9, and he came home shortly after, and I was like, okay, well, if he's sick, then he'll go to sleep. But he was having like muscle spasms. It was the craziest thing. Like, luckily his immune system is pretty good, so he ended up processing it to the point where he's perfectly fine now. Like, obviously he's like not keen on eating shellfish right now, or seafood of any type, but he's okay. Like, he's fine. So I ordered some soup from Panera Bread, so we're about to eat that. And I'm about to go live with Jenny in a few minutes here for Murderous Monday. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have footage of me completing the challenge, but it was tons of fun, and I highly recommend you check out, if no other song on that list, Stromae. We interrupt today's regularly scheduled program to tell you that last night the girl recording was not herself, very much not herself. We were dealing with a sick fiance. It was late, we were stressed, we just finished the chorus performance, and we were about to go live for Murderous Monday. So everything she says in that clip can be forgiven, and summed up by saying that she thought that the artist's name was Santé, right? So the song is called Santé, and the artist's name is Santé, or whatever I said last night that was incorrect. So whenever you hear me say that, just know that the artist's name is that, and the song is called Santé, which means that the reason that it felt so familiar last night is because it's Spanish, and we listen to Spanish music because my fiance is Cuban. So we listen to songs like that. That's why we liked it. But once again, child chorus performance, fiance, food poisoning, me stressed the hell out, and I just got old coffee spilled on me again. We're thriving here today, folks. Thriving, I tell you. We've been thriving for personally, I've been thriving my entire life, but I'm on an extra thriving, oh God, how am I gonna make it through my life? I'm on an extra thriving thing this week. All right, I'm gonna start filming the actual Vlogmas and not the oopsie clip. We seem to prefer the French songs because they had, I don't know, you know, what's familiar is always going to be your preference, right? And like like I don't remember what the other language was that I was given, but it was less familiar to say it. Like, it's easier for me to say Stromae than it would have been for me to say any of the titles of the other songs, right? We seem to prefer those two, but I also really, really liked, I think it was the third one down. I can't remember the name, but anyways, it doesn't matter. The list will be in the description box. Who is tomorrow's challenge? What's tomorrow? 21. I know who tomorrow's challenge is. Okay, so tomorrow's featured creator is going to be someone I've had on live before. They may or may not have just announced something major. And I'm really excited about tomorrow's challenge. They are somebody who I've been friends with for a little while. They also live in Florida. There's a couple more hints for you. All right, I am gonna go because I gotta go take care of the child, and he's fine, but he's like super weak, you know. So I'm kind of like mom and nurse today. So it is what it is. I got him ginger ale earlier, got him some toast, and now we're gonna have soup for dinner, and I'm gonna go live with Jenny. So I will edit this vlog early in the morning, and we will go ahead and I'll have more information tomorrow. Today was a crazy day, you know. It would be stupid of me to think that in 31 days that I wouldn't have a situation where I wouldn't even be able to film it. You know what I mean? Like, at least every other challenge I've been able to film, if not all of it, a piece of it, right? It's fine. You know what? I'm gonna cut myself some slack, and I know y'all are sitting there like, Abigail, we told you to be kinder to yourself. We told you. I hear you. But I'm gonna cut myself some slack. I don't need you to tell me, because I'm gonna do it first, right? My child had a chorus performance, and that is first and foremost above everything else. Number 2, my fiance had food poisoning. So anyways, the songs were fun to listen to, though. Like, even my fiance and my child liked it. Look at the lake. Okay, I'm gonna go inside, get ready for live, and we'll do this all again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up. If you like me and would like to see more from me, please hit subscribe. I'd be so happy to have you. All right, I really gotta go because I gotta go take care of them. All right, hope that you are being safe, wash your hands, and really right now taking care of yourselves, especially if you have food poisoning. That shit sucks.